And I'd like to welcome you all to our travel edition of the Lunch Club, where Lou is live, loud, and Lou from Italy, part two. So Lou is live demoing from Italy today. He met with us last week, and I look forward to hearing about some of the travels and some of the things you have in store for us. So Lou, take it away, and I look forward to the trivia at the end. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Alex. It's great to be on the call with you, Alex, and so many great friends from the Senior iPad program. Uh, just starting off with a quick PSA, public service announcement. We've had a couple of exciting developments happen while I've been here in Italy. One of them is we're currently talking with some senior leaders from USAID. You all might be aware that USAID was recently shut down, and thousands of people have been laid off. And they were aware that USAID was aware that WildTech does international programs. So some of their senior leaders called me while I was in Italy, and they asked if we wanted their laptops, their staff laptops. So let's keep your fingers crossed. Let's keep us in your prayers, because we may end up receiving a large number of laptops from USAID former staff members as they're transitioning out of government. And a lot of those laptops will end up in DC itself for use by DC residents who don't own laptops. So keep your fingers crossed on that. We're excited about that. And then next week, on this very day, on May 21st, we are flying off to Tanzania to do a program there. It's really gaining some solid momentum with the Ministry of Education, and we have a new partnership with World Vision. So lots of exciting things happening here. Not the least of which, of course, is this travel show and working with you all. So why did I turn my background off? Why in the world would I do that? Well, here's a first trivia question. I'm gonna pan up in my hotel room. Right now I'm sitting on my bed in my hotel room, and I'm on the hotel's Wi-Fi. And I wanted to do that to make sure I had good reception. I'm gonna pan up on my ceiling. See if you all can guess where I'm at. I'm gonna pan up. Hey, you're upside down now. Anything look a little weird about this hotel room I'm in? See, it's got a round ceiling, arch ceiling. Y'all see that? Yeah.
Wow. You still in Italy?
Yeah, I'm still in Italy. What do you think of this hotel room? Where do you think this hotel room is located?
I have no idea.
Not a city.
Coliseum?
No, I'm not in the Colosseum. That's a good guess, though. Well, that's a stone. It's a solid stone ceiling, and it's in a carved out. It's an arch. My hotel room, folks, is in a cave. My hotel is a cave
What?
in the side of a mountain. Yeah, so that should I'll give you an idea of where I am. So does anybody want to Google that while I'm on the call here to say, where in Italy do they have hotels and caves? And let's see the first one to get the right answer on that. Google, where in Italy do they have hotels and caves?
Yep.
Lou, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
When you were in Rome and they announced the Pope, how was the atmosphere?
Well, we were not, we left Rome. Keep in mind, my schedule was locked in because I had pre-purchased all our hotel rooms for 2 weeks. So,
Mm-hmm.
so I had to stick to the schedule. So they announced the Pope, I think it was the day after we left, and literally the day after we left Rome. Now I could say that it was all the buzz. Like when we went to St. Peter's Square, every major news media in the world was there with a camera set up. I mean, you name it, and they were there.
Mm-hmm.
Cameras, correspondence, all that. And there was a lot of excitement. But let me ask you a question. I'm going to bounce it right back. What's it like in the USA now that there's an American Pope? I mean, that's big news.
Well, you know the Catholics are excited,
Was that again?
ecstatic, and he went to school with some friends of mine and some relatives at Villanova. They say he's a great person and he's brilliant, and he has ideas about that basically St. Francis had. They talked about it at church Sunday. He has the atmosphere that we need to be kind to all the people, not some of the people. And the people with money should not be trying to rule other people and treat them with disrespect. You should respect everybody and every religion.
Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you for sharing.
And I think that's what we all need to get a message, no matter what we are or who we are. We should learn to treat people with respect. And because your ideas don't go with theirs doesn't mean they have the wrong idea. As long as you're not trying to walk over top of somebody.
Yes. Thank you so much, Karen.
Lou, can I guess?
Yeah, go ahead, Brenda. Take a guess.
Materia. Matera.
Oh, you got it, Brenda.
Hey, good job, Brenda. Thank you.
It's Matera. Yeah, put Brenda's name down, Alex. For put her name down twice on that. Okay.
Yes.
Double credit. Double credit.
Hey, thank you, Lou. I know you have some videos and pictures for us, so we love to see.
So on that very, very note, I'm going to start off with a quick video. How's that, folks? I'm going to start out with a quick video. So let me a second if I can figure out how to do that. Anybody ever watch the program CBS Sunday Morning? Anybody ever watch that? Well, let's roll them.
You say you didn't quite make it to Italy this summer? No worries. With Seth Doan, we're off to a site that's truly an underground sensation.
This primeval place of caves carved into the cliffs is a chameleon of sorts in cinema. Standing in is the ancient Holy Land and Passion of the Christ.
I want to stop it there. So this is where they filmed the movie The Passion of the Christ, if anybody saw that movie years ago. And there's a reason why, because it feels like you're in, prehistoric times here.
Or the remake of Ben-Hur. And making a modern-day cameo as itself in James Bond, No Time to Die. These winding roads, historically without the speeding Aston Martin, snake through the hillside town of Matera in southern Italy's Basilicata region. A good backdrop for even those just pretending to be in the movies as kids.
It was a big playground. We felt like Indiana Jones exploring empty caves.
Indiana Jones running around through these little streets.
Vito Rondinone grew up in what's called the Sassi.
Sassi in Italian literally means stones. But here in Matera, by Sassi, we are referring to two ancient neighborhoods of the old town. Their main feature is that behind almost all the buildings, there is a cave.
How old is this place?
Here are remains of Neolithic villages that date back to more than 6,000 years ago. From that time, man has probably never left this place.
UNESCO declared it a World Heritage Site in 1993, noting Matera was first inhabited during the Paleolithic period, showing continuous human occupation through several millennia.
Why were people digging into the hillsides here?
Because the rock is very soft.
Rondinone, who's a guide with tours by locals, showed us the simple cave his dad uses to age wine.
Salute.
Salute.
And the far more spectacular.
Here we are in one of the most fascinating caves of the Sassi. It's a church. It's one of the so-called rock churches. So as you can see, it's completely dug out of the rock.
A vast centuries-old network of cisterns to collect rain and spring water allowed the city to develop and endure.
You can stay in a cave where our ancestors lived thousands of years ago.
Those ancestors, however, were not living like this.
We tried to restore the original cave dwellings and converted them into hotel rooms.
Michele Centonze is a manager at the luxury hotel Sextanzio.
This is the executive suite number 13.
They offer tourists the chance to glimpse another era.
You have to imagine that in the past, It used to be a big house for a family of 10, 12 people with donkeys, animals.
This stable turned suite now goes for upwards of $1,500 a night.
We try to be as much respectful of the identity of the place as possible.
Yet in the 1950s, Matera was having an identity crisis with a reputation for being the shame of Italy. During the country's post-war economic slump, Carlo Levi, a famous writer, detailed the squalid conditions, humans and animals living together in caves.
He compared the Sassi to a circle of the Dante's hell, so
A circle of Dante's hell.
yeah, it's a very strong description, but also thanks to that description, the spotlight on this strange city turned on.
A local museum recreates how families lived until Italy's government relocated most of the population to modern homes in the 1950s. For decades, much of the Sassi sat empty.
There's still a lot that needs to be developed here.
Yeah, a lot of caves that were abandoned in the 1950s, and they are so expensive to be restored.
That's something restaurateur and entrepreneur Michaela Bandini sure knows.
It's a unique place to work.
It is. It's a unique place to work, and then you find these, these crazy surprises. I mean, you like move a brick and you find cisterns.
What do you do when you find a cistern and you're renovating a bar or restaurant?
The easiest thing is to pretend you actually didn't find the cistern. Because
Are you really telling me that on camera?
Because it is so complicated.
Bandini, who's South African, fell in love with the man from Matera and then with the town itself.
How much has life changed here in the 30 years you've been in Matera?
Wow, how much can life change?
She's been a part of that, opening the hip bar, Area 8.
Cheers.
She invited us for aperitivo. Their bartender crafts his own gin and ice.
Matera is a city you'll find it on a bucket list of travelers all over the world who really, really want to come here and live the cave experience. Sleep in a cave, eat in a cave.
Or have a drink in a cave, in your case.
Absolutely.
These cliffside caves, settlements for millennia, are drawing a new generation of filmmakers, tourists, and business owners, sparking a rebirth while celebrating the past.
Now it's incredible how the same reason why the city was labeled as the shame of Italy, now it's the pride.
Great. Any thoughts about that, folks? Any thoughts?
Now, Lou, it's always warm there in Italy. So how's the temperature in the cage? Is it
No,
cool?
It's not actually always warm. There are signs on the drive out here that show there's snow. So we're in sort of higher elevation. It's cool here at night. The last part of my presentation today, we're going to go for a walk, and I'll take you around the city using my mobile data. Hopefully it won't run out. Maybe it will. And you'll see that I really can't get around. It's cold. It's cold.
Oh.
During the daytime, it's in the 70s, low 70s. Keep in mind it's May. In the summertime, it'll get really, really hot. But it does snow here in the central part of Italy. If you look at it latitude-wise, I'm pretty sure even southern Italy is farther north in latitude than Washington, D.C. If someone wants to Google that, latitude of Washington, D.C. and latitude of Matera, let's find out which is farther north. It's going to be pretty close.
Definitely the
So-
elevation, Lou. How the higher you are, the colder. So it's geography is an amazing thing.
Yeah, and the elevation as well.
Mhm.
Latitude and elevation for sure. We're also not influenced by the ocean here because we're right sort of in the center of Italy's, the lower part of the boot. And so we don't get the warm breezes off the ocean, off the Mediterranean. So, it's pretty temperate. It's pretty, pretty seasonal here. Gets cold in the winter, gets warm in the summer.
Hi, Lou.
Yes.
Can you still smell the animals that used to be in the rooms?
Oh, not a cave,
Yeah.
look, Mr. Ronald.
They got. I bet
Animals.
there are some places that still have animals in the rooms. I bet
You
they're
live
still
with the
there.
animals. That's very interesting, living with the animals.
Yeah.
Who we?
Lou, are you paying $1,500 a night?
No, I'm paying. You know, it's. You know, I've gotten pretty good at traveling on a budget. My wife and I calculated it, and we're paying about $85 a night for this place, and we get,
Wow.
yeah, we get breakfast included. And the owner of the hotel is our host. He's only got 3 rooms, and we're staying in the house that his grandfather bought in the 1920s.
Mm.
And yeah, he was one of the people who was living in the caves, his grandfather.
Mm.
And when they moved people out in the 1950s, they moved his dad out too. And the Italian government bought everybody out. I think you saw in the video that it was this place was such an embarrassment to the country of Italy that people will be living like this. I mean, they're like living in the Stone Age. And it was the 1950s in Italy that they basically bought everybody out. They didn't talk about that in the video, but our host here, Nicola, who's an absolute gem, a warmest, kindest guy, he told us that the government bought everybody out, but not everybody sold out. About 30% of the people stayed, and one of those 30% was his family. And so they still own the place that they bought in the 1920s, but
Oh.
but a lot of the buildings you see in those pictures are owned by the government, and the government is only slowly letting people buy them back. Um, yeah, a couple of really big things have impacted this area. One of them, I think you saw in the video, was this author who talked about how the conditions were that caused the whole area to get, basically the government moved everybody out. That really sort of brought it down as far as this area goes, got people out. But the thing that really started bringing it back, a couple of big things. One of them, it was Mel Gibson in The Passion of the Christ. Suddenly around 2000 or 2004, when that movie came out, a lot of interest came to Matera because they filmed the movie there. And then another one was even before that, and that's when UNESCO, the United Nations, declared this a World Heritage Site, something of particular importance to the heritage of the world. And even more significant, are you ready for this? The United Nations declared Matera as one of the 3 most important cities in all of Italy. Now Italy's got all the, yeah. Take a guess what the 3 cities are. I already told you one of them is Matera. What do you think the 2 other ones are? Alex, whoever gets these gets a point too, okay? The United Nations declared the 3 most important cities in Italy. There's 3 of them. One of them is Matera, believe it or not, because you probably never heard of this place. How about the other 2?
Is Milan one?
Milan is not one.
Oh. Mm.
The other 2 are really obvious. So what's the most obvious?
Naples?
No, even more obvious than Naples. What
Rome.
city?
Florence?
Rome.
Rome.
So Rome was 1. What's the other one?
Turin?
Okay, hello?
Is it Turin?
Yeah. Which one?
Hello?
I'll give you
Can
the
you hear me?
answer. Yeah, I hear you.
Yeah, we hear you, Ann.
What's the other one? I'll tell you
They
the
said,
answer.
okay.
Which one? Ann?
Yeah, any guesses?
Um,
Well, I'll tell you the answer.
You know
The other one,
Well, they said that the Google says that the most important cities in Italy historically and currently include Rome, Milan, and Naples. But this might not be the site that you wanted us to be on.
No. You can't Google this. Came from the United Nations. It comes from the people who actually research this. So it's
No,
not from,
okay.
it's not
Well,
from,
is Rome one of
Is
them?
it Venice?
We already said.
Venice,
Oh.
yeah, Venice, it's
Okay.
Yeah,
Venice.
Venice.
I'm sorry, my computer is breaking up, so I'm
No.
having a problem here.
Oh, that's all
It's
right.
okay.
Venice
Yeah,
and
we got it.
Florence.
Yeah.
They said Venice and Florence.
Yeah, it's Rome, Venice, and Matera. And so why is Matera so significant? And so not only is Matera one of the oldest continuously occupied cities in the world, but if you look at continuous occupation, in other words, people never left. So they say that we learned from our host that the two other ones that are considered older, one of them is Jericho in the Holy Land, which is supposed to be 14,000 years of occupation. But there was a period where Jericho was nothing. It was in ruins and it was not occupied, and it was reoccupied later. This is actually the oldest city in the entire world where there's continuous human occupation. And the studies show that it goes back 10,000 years. So this area has been occupied twice as long as the pyramids of Egypt are old. Think of how old the Egypt pyramids are. They're 5,000 years old. These caves that people live in have been continuously occupied for 10,000 years. That is
Wow.
insane. Twice as old as the pyramids of Egypt. Yeah. So that's why the United Nations declared this such a very, very significant location. All right. Well, on that, I want to show you some pictures here. Okay. So bear with me as I work with my technology. Hold on. Just bear
Yeah,
with
Luke,
me.
we definitely want to get to the you walking around as well. So you have less than 20 minutes for both. So just keep that in mind,
Oh,
please.
that's right. We have trivia. Okay. And I'm trying to limit that, Alex, but I do want to do it. So let's just let me take some more questions while I'm working with my technology here, folks. Let me take some more questions.
Lou, how far are you from Pompeii, where you were last week?
I'm pretty much right across the country from it.
Oh.
Right across the country. Yeah. Any other questions?
So did you drive over to where you are now, or did you take a train, or what?
I'm so proud of myself and my wife, actually. We drove here. And the reason I'm proud of myself is that I found out that most American tourists don't do that. So I'm saying, all right, we're living on the edge here. Now,
Wow.
hopefully,
Adventurous. That's what it's called.
Lord be willing, hopefully it continues to be a safe trip as it has been. All right, can you all see this map right here?
Yeah, you're good, Lou. I love that map.
So that map that Alex loves so much is a map of Matera. So in this red area is the old city. So let's go for a ride through the old city with my wife, Monique. Here we go. That's the wrong direction. Okay, so here we arrived last night. That's what it looked like last night.
Beautiful.
And then we're gonna go for a walk tonight. We're gonna try to get lost in this town tonight. That's my wife in the town. I don't know. That's my pocket. Here we are today. That's the Sassy behind me. And then here we are today walking through the town. Just walking through. Here's a pan.
Oh my goodness. It looks like just like the video, Lou. Like the one we just watched. It's amazing.
It sure does, doesn't it? It sure does. And I'll give another one. And here we are walking through the streets. I think my audio is off or something. I was narrating while I was doing it.
Yes, you have to hit the audio button on the video. You see next to the time.
Okay, I'll leave the audio off because I was just rambling.
Oh.
I could ramble right now. So here we are walking through the streets. You see they're all stone streets. This is all original, dating back who knows how far, thousands of years. And here's a pan of the city.
You were pretty high up there, Lou.
Yeah, it definitely got some altitude. You can see how this, I mean, this could certainly be 2,000 years ago, can it? Or even farther. You can see why they filmed those movies here. Here we are here. And that's the main drag right there.
Oh my gosh, it looks like single lane, like only
Okay.
only one direction up and down for the cars, or is it two lanes?
You ought to see what I was driving on last week when I was when
Oh
I was on
goodness.
oh my, I was driving on the sidewalk. Okay. Here we are here. Oh, that's my granddaughter. Hey. Okay, here we are. And now, typical street. That's that
Oh,
main.
Lou, you were able to FaceTime your granddaughter while you were there?
Oh yeah. Well, no,
Oh,
I still haven't figured out how to FaceTime.
oh my
And
gosh.
up in those caves here, there's all kinds of houses built in. So you can see they built some cafes and things like that. You see those cafes? So, tourism is slowly taking over. My wife and I were saying, some of these cities that have a lot of tourism, it really damaged the local flavor of it because a lot of the local people moved out and it became all about tourism. And there's a certain amount of sadness that it's probably going to happen here too. You get all these high-end shops move in, hotels suddenly become expensive, average folks can't afford it. And it's almost an inevitable thing. Now, what you see, I'm gonna explain something here, and then I'll go for our walk outside. You see those cliffs right there? You see those caves? That's that's
Uh-huh.
what it that's what it naturally looks like. And what happened, 10,000 years ago is people moved into those. And then what they did over the course of, 10,000 years is they bricked those over and then they built buildings in front of them. So they're sort of expanding those caves out farther and farther until it actually looks like the villages that you saw. So behind each and every one of those houses that you saw, there's actually these caves behind them, including the hotel that we're in right now. And so you see right here in these villages right here, you get a little bit of this, you see the caves, but then they build houses in front of the caves
Right.
where the cave part is just, one of the rooms. Oh, that was sort of weird. How to do that? So I'm going to go faster now. And
Is that a church where the cross is up on the hill?
yeah.
Okay.
You see how they would brick close the cave and then they put a window in it, and then
Oh,
I love
okay.
that, Lou. It looks so cool. I love that.
That's real cool.
and all these houses began that way. And
Wow.
they slowly built more houses in front of the caves. So now it actually looks like a village, right? But behind every one of these houses is a cave. Isn't that weird?
I mean, that's amazing. Look at that. I mean, these pictures, that's amazing, Lou.
Yeah.
Goodness.
And this gives you a better idea of it. So here you can see some of the caves still. Where are they? Where like this is part of the village that hadn't been built out as much. So here they just bricked over the caves, and you have a door going into the cave. Here you have a door going into the cave, a door going into the cave. Here they bricked out a little bit, but there's a cave behind here. Here it's just a door going into a cave, door going into a cave, door going into a cave.
Wow.
But in other parts that they built out more, it looks like a village because they keep building out. They got 10,000 years to do this. I mean, they got plenty of time.
Okay. This is amazing. Like this, wow. Like,
Yeah. So every one of these buildings has a cave behind it. All right. Well, I'm gonna put my shoes on and see if I can go outside here. Okay, we're getting towards
yeah.
the end. Every one of these,
You're leaving your laptop in the room, right?
yeah, I've connected now.
Oh, yeah.
I've already connected my phone to this meeting.
Yes.
So Alex, can you see where my phone is connected?
Yeah, no, you're good, Lou. Just you'll have to unmute yourself and start your video, but that's okay. I'll send you the actions to your phone. So
Okay.
yeah, you can grab your phone and yeah, you can
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna slip my. Let me take some questions while we're talking here, because
so
I'm gonna unclip my phone.
yes, I just muted you on your laptop, Lou, so please unmute yourself on your phone. So when you get a chance. But isn't that exciting, you guys? Lou, he's showing a video. That video, you know, that the quality was great. I love that video, and he just showed us a lot of these, you know, firsthand pictures. Isn't that an amazing experience?
Well, those pictures are better than the pictures that the Smithsonian had in the Smithsonian magazine. And you're seeing stuff that you did not see on that.
Lou, do they have pizzas like they have in America? They said
We
they
eat
started
we
in,
eat pizza, breakfast, lunch, and dinner here. Okay.
they're
Oh, okay.
probably better over there than they are here. Bring me one
Yeah.
back.
Yeah, it's there's a whole thing about the Italian, the pizzas. Yeah, maybe that would be for trivia, but they're so well known for specific degrees of temperature and how they cook. It's quite a thing.
Okay. Well, didn't they invent it? Didn't they invent the pizza? Yeah.
But hey
I don't
guys,
know.
can you
Let
see
me
me?
look it up. I'll
Yeah,
look it up.
we can see you, Lou. Yep. You know, now you can turn around your camera if you'd like.
Oh my. Okay, give me a second. Let me put my shoes on first. This is gonna be fun here. Let's see if this is gonna work. If my
Yeah.
my data is about to run out on my international plan, so you'll
That's
know when it
fine,
does.
Lou.
I'm gonna
We're
put,
good. We understand.
I'm gonna put my phone down so you look at the ceiling of my cave until I get my shoes on. Hold on.
Fascinating.
Yeah, you can even see the brick outlines.
Yeah.
Well, the cave outline, the stone
Yeah.
outlines. That's a goodness.
Okay, pizza was created in Italy. Yeah. Raphael Esposito in Naples. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, Raphael.
Yeah.
Can we go for a walk now?
All right, guys, we're ready for the walk. I got my shoes on.
Okay.
Okay.
Yep. And again, make sure you turn your camera around so we can see what's around you.
Okay, Alex, now show me how to do that. You know how bad I am at that stuff.
No, why? Don't say that about yourself, Lou. Tap the screen. You'll see the flip camera button at the top left.
Okay, I'm tapping it. Ooh, I got that. I'm getting good at this. I'm getting good.
Hey, go ahead, Lou.
Yeah,
we
just
go.
tap the screen and hit that flip camera button, Lou.
Yeah, it's mixed in with a bunch of other stuff. It got to be just exactly right. I see the flip camera thing. There it is.
There you go. Okay, we can see what's in. Yeah, you're
Hey,
good.
Lou.
It's
Lou.
a great space. Hey, Monique. Let's all say hello to
Hi,
Monique.
Monique. How are you?
Hi.
Hi, Monique.
What's the
Hi,
best?
Monique.
What's the best thing you've eaten, Monique?
What's the best thing you've eaten so far?
Oh, I like the sandwiches. It's the prosciutto with the mozzarella and the little.
I mean,
Oh.
real prosciutto, I'm sure.
I don't normally eat ham because I feel bad for pigs, but here in Italy, all I'm eating is I can't tell my daughter. She'll be really upset at me.
And real mozzarella, that's good.
Yeah.
It melted. It's really good.
Okay, now you got the key to the thing.
Oh yeah, he's right here.
Okay, here we go, guys. Okay, so check this out. Remember I told you here? So here's now we're the bathroom is like deep cave. This is deep cave back here. So now we're gonna go out and you'll see how they built even this place we're in into the side of the mountain here. So that then they're now here, you come out here. Okay, Monique, can you handle the key and everything? Okay, my wife. Oh, it's getting dark out here already. Okay, so here we go. So here's the front room. So this is the host room. Now on top of us, there's houses on top of us. Okay, so now we're gonna go down the steps. Hopefully I have everything. All I got is my wallet in my pocket. That's it. You got the keys, cell phone, bag. Okay, so this is the host's house, and he has 3 guest rooms. One of them is where we are, up there, and then there's 2 more down here. Okay. All right, so here we go. I got to move quick because if I run out of data, you're gonna know it. You're gonna know it if I run out of data. Okay, here we go. I'm gonna go outside right now. Monique, you got the key? Okay, here we go. Here we go.
Oh, isn't
That is
that
beautiful.
beautiful?
Yeah.
Oh, quaint. Oh my goodness.
I know it's amazing, Lou.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah,
Lou,
we'll go.
someone asked you in the chat, have you been able to communicate with the locals, so with the folks around your hotel?
You know what? Technology is so incredible. I downloaded Google Translate.
It looks like it's going right.
Hey Lou, you're losing
And I
us.
could take pictures of Italians. Just this second. I'll walk down the street. I'm gonna walk.
You're good now. You're good now. Oh, Lou, I think you lost us again, Lou. Oh my goodness. I like that view though, you guys. He showed us the video and then pictures, and now he he's actually there showing us. Isn't that amazing?
I mean, it's just God's hand on whatever.
Yeah, I love it. The stonery, you see the plants, it just looks so natural. What do you all think?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's amazing.
You don't see anybody else walking around.
Right. It's 6 hours ahead, so it's 6:42 their time right now. Yeah, it's so quaint. I mean, if you could probably hear a pin drop kind of when you're there.
So it's 6:42 in the evening.
Yes.
Mhm.
The
6
evening.
hours ahead of us. Yeah. Lou, as he mentioned in the beginning of the session today, Lou will be in Tanzania. So he will be with us again like last year. That'll be 7 hours ahead. So I look forward to that very much myself. So yeah, as you can see, Lou, connection. Didn't know how that was gonna go, but I'm glad we were able to get that outdoor view from his hotel. Okay, he's back with us. Okay. Hey Lou, you went out. Your connection. Make sure you hit unmute and then there you go.
Hey guys. Okay, I'm working it. I'm working it. Give
Yeah.
me a sec.
Yeah, we got you, Lou.
Okay. All right. Let's go for a walk. Where do y'all want to go?
Wherever you find
Take
Hey,
us
your
wherever,
guess is-
Lou. Goodness gracious.
Your guess is as good as mine, okay? Your guess is as good as mine. Let's go this way. Let's go this way. All right. You tell me which way to go because you got as good idea as I do. All right, here we go.
Yeah, we can
Oh,
still hear you. We can still hear you. We can still see you. So that's good.
All right, we're just gonna go for a walk.
Okay.
Yeah, again, Lou is live and loud from Italy.
Here we go.
You
Here we
don't
go.
see
We'll go up this
nobody
way.
walking.
Right.
Yeah.
Where's everyone at, Lou? Yeah, I know it's 6:44 over there, but where's everyone at?
Yeah, your guess is as good as mine. We don't know.
Well, how you can hear a pin drop? Is it that quiet?
Yeah, it's quiet. It's quiet.
I would love to meditate there or something.
Well, we're gonna go for a walk tonight and see what it's like.
Oh, it's gonna be beautiful.
So here we are. Oh,
Look
what
at
happened?
that.
There's a hillside.
Where the stores at? Where's the places you can buy things, Lou?
Well, no, it has not become a tourist area yet. Oh, here's a sassy right here. See, it's all sassy. You see that right there? That's a cave. You see that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Motorcycle.
You see how they built a wall in front of the cave, and now there's a door. That's a really good example right there. So in fact, this whole thing is an example.
Mm-hmm.
See that wall? The wall is stone. Stone. Oh, look, look. Okay, we're just making this up as we go along, okay? So let's see what we got here. We're gonna go into this house right here.
I'm going to.
I'm going to people's house.
If you hear some shots, if you hear some shots, you know what happened. Okay? If you hear some gunshot, you know what happened.
Oh, Lou, you're so.
Oh my.
Oh, you're so funny.
So Lou, how do
I'm just wondering now.
Have you had dinner? Do you have dinner delivered or?
You all see this?
Yeah.
With
Yeah, we can see.
Oh,
Yeah, Brennan, it's the connection, so.
Right, I know.
Lou, it's hard for us to hear you.
probably all that stone.
It's a
Probably.
church carved out of
Oh, it's a church. Okay.
solid
Yeah.
rock.
He said he was
Well,
going
the
in.
doors are-
Solid rock.
Mhm.
Can you see that?
Oh, yeah.
Can you guys see this?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is a
Looks so
church
yellow.
That's an altar.
carved out of solid rock.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Look
that's
at
an
that.
altar.
Look at that altar you got.
Yeah, I could see that up was an altar.
That altar is probably 1,000 years old.
It looks like
And guess what? The door was open. We just wandered in. Oh, here. This guy's taking tickets right here.
oh,
Oh my! Look, someone made that, created that. That looks so
oh my
good.
God. Isn't that beautiful?
Isn't this special? Where in the world can you just walk in an open door and see something like this? In a deserted town. The whole thing's pretty weird. Pretty amazing. Pretty amazing. All right, I'm gonna try to walk inside. I lose the signal when I go too deep.
Yeah, when you go too deep in the caves, Lou.
Yeah.
It's amazing, you guys. This is such a special treat for us
Mm-hmm.
today.
Yes.
Y'all see
Look at that.
Y'all see that?
No, Lou, you're a little frozen right now.
Yeah.
Oh, we see that.
Lord.
We see
that's
it.
gorgeous.
Oh.
Ah,
I wonder how they got the colors like on there.
They used what they had.
Look at this right. Okay, that altar right there is probably 1,000 years old. It's probably 1,000. Okay, so we're gonna move on again.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
amazing, isn't it, Monique? How can this thing be left open? Unbelievable, unbelievable. Okay, we're gonna keep wandering here. You guys tell me where to go because your guess is as good as mine. Okay.
Lou, just show us wherever. We're having so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Well, I know you need time for trivia too, right, Alex? You
Yeah,
need
we
some
got
trivia
about
time.
5-6 minutes. Yes, just show us one more special.
Okay. Okay, we're gonna backtrack now. We're backtracking.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Whenever you do go in those buildings, the reception gets really low, but it's pretty good right now.
But I'm happy about this because this is a really classic example. You see what they did? They walled off the entry to the cave, and then they started building out in front of the cave, and that's how you have the whole city.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look, there's some people. There's some people. Oh my gosh.
Wow.
Okay.
Yes.
Only.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, people.
They're tourists too.
They look
Yeah.
like tourists. Yeah, because he's taking pictures.
As he should. Look at this sky.
Okay.
Looks like it's about to rain over there, Lou.
Yeah, it rained when we first showed up here, and then but it hasn't really rained since. The weather's been fantastic. I mean, you know what, guys? If you have a chance to come out here, come in May, the same exact month. This place would be a frying pan in the summertime. My wife and I have been talking about that. How much different our whole trip would have been if we came here in the dead of summer. Monique, let's walk down the street. No, he says he has 5 more minutes. We'll just keep walking.
Yeah, Lou,
His
it's
original road.
64 degrees over there now. You'll get a 90% chance of rain on Friday, so keep that in mind in the afternoon. But besides that, you're looking at the 60s and 70s for the next 2 weeks. So you definitely went at a gorgeous time.
Yes.
Really? Oh my God! It makes such a.
And
Oh,
Lou,
how's the weather? How's the weather back there? How's the weather there?
Rainy.
I was afraid of that. You
Been
know, I
rain.
haven't mowed my. I don't know what my lawn's gonna look like when I get home. It's gonna be scary long. Okay, so here we are. We're just walking down the street. Oh, check this out. Oh, look at this. You can see no one's here, right? Look
right.
at this. Nobody here. Let's go down here. Look at this. It's pretty,
Lou,
isn't it?
I'm doing some reading. It says James Bond films there was some filming
Yeah,
done in Madeira by James Bond.
yeah. I don't
James
blame him. I
Bond.
mean, it's really. Oh my gosh, look up there. Wow. You could zoom up there. I can't zoom it. Well, my screen's not zooming. Okay, so enough for that. Okay, I'm gonna get up to this one last square and then I'm gonna sign out. Okay, guys? I gotta have enough to navigate back. That's what I'm worried about. I don't want to be lost.
I'm lost already. How do you get
My
back to your
international
hotel?
plan. I'll plug T-Mobile for $50. $50. You get an entire month of international calls with 15 gigs of data for $50.
Oh.
And but I'm almost out of data. I got a notice, and so once I'm out of data, I won't be able to navigate anymore in my car. But you know what I did? Another great tip. I downloaded Google Offline Maps. Everybody should do that on their phone because you
Oh,
never
okay.
know. You never know when internet's going to go out. So we found many dead spots in Italy when we were driving, where I had to shift into offline maps. And let me tell you something. You couldn't go 10 feet in this country without Google Maps because there's a million roads going every which way, everywhere. I mean, it's a total spaghetti. And
Dog?
what's that?
Was that a dog
What's
in
it?
front
Oh, my wife loves cats.
That was
Check
a
out
cat.
Oh, that was a cat. Okay. It looked kind of
It's
big
in-
for a cat. My
in
cat's
Italy.
little.
It's hard to tell the difference between dog and cat in Italy.
Wow.
Almost the same. Look at that.
Why?
See, he looks just like a dog right here.
Oh, yes, he does. Oh, it is a cat. Oh, it's a pretty
Yeah.
cat. Yeah, he's a big boy or girl.
Here, my wife's a specialist with cats. Here,
Mm.
Monique. Monique, you want to help the cat out?
Oh,
She actually bought a bag of cat food. We've been feeding cats all day. But you see these buildings
Oh,
right
I
here?
love Monique.
She loves. Yeah,
So she's
she
a
gets
cat whisperer.
Yeah, yeah.
she gets angry at
Oh
me
my
because
goodness.
Oh, Lord, the cat let her pick
look
it
at
up.
that.
My goodness.
She picked it. Look at that. See this? There's nobody here, folks. Ain't nobody in this town. Look
it's
at
a
that.
beautiful area, Lou. It's a
Poor
beautiful area.
little cat
Yeah.
walking around by herself, huh?
Yeah. Uh-oh. All right, he's growling at us. All right, well, I'll keep walking for another minute or so, but you can
Yeah.
see you can see what we're dealing with right here. It's pretty much goes on for mile and mile and mile. It's amazing, just amazing. You can see why they filmed James Bond movie here too.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna try to see if I can get down where I can see the main square. Or
Oh,
there's not a main. There's actually
yeah,
not a
we have
main
about a minute
square.
left. So try to jog. We got about a minute left till we got to start with the trivia.
Oh, there it is. There it is. I wanted to see if there. See, I can't zoom in on this
No,
mode.
no, you're
You
not.
see
You're
that?
not. You're not able to zoom in when you're on video, unfortunately.
You see that? That's the main cathedral up there. You see that? So you remember I was doing those panoramic. You remember the panoramic views of the city, and you saw the church on the top. Well, that's the church on the top, right there. If you remember
okay.
those
Yeah.
panoramic views of the city, that's the church on top. Yeah, it's too bad I can't zoom in because it's really quite amazing. And they got some restaurants here. Buongiorno.
Oh, there's a restaurant.
Yes.
Okay, so now cars can make it down to this section. So now the cars can make it, they can't make it up in the narrow section. All right, well, I'm gonna leave it there. I'm gonna leave it right there. But thank
Well,
you all. Thanks everybody.
Thank
Join
you.
me in 2 weeks. We'll be filming from Tanzania.
uh-huh.
On this very day, at this very time, I will be flying over the Atlantic Ocean on Ethiopia Airlines. So I will not be on the call next week, but the week after that, join us from Tanzania.
Part 1.
Well, be safe and be blessed.
Let's all
All
say
right.
thank you so much
Safe
and well
travel.
wishes for Lou.
All right.
Stay
Thanks,
safe, Lou.
everybody.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Lou.
everybody.
Thank you, Lou. Thank you, Monique. Let's all say
Stay
Thank
safe,
you.
Lou.
Bye. Bye, everybody. Signing
Bye.
out.
Be
Thank
safe.
Signing
you.
out. Bye, everybody. Have a good week. Love you all.
Love
Take care.
you.
Take
Bye.
They
care,
don't have
Mr.
no
and Mrs.
street
Lou.
lights.
Be
Bye.
safe,
No street
Lou.
lights. Bye.
Thank you. Oh my
Thank
goodness.
you. Beautiful.
Wasn't that amazing?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yes.
Oh my, oh my. All right, you guys, I really appreciate y'all coming on, and let's get started with our trivia for today. So let's make sure to use those hands if you like to answer. So let's all hit reactions at the bottom, and then you click on raise hand. If you'd like to answer one of the questions, I'll take 3 answers for each question, and then 2 of you will be winning a prize. So again, hit reactions at the bottom of your screen, and then hit reactions, please, and then you can hit raise hand. Okay. You can hit raise hand. Okay, so while I'll pull up the trivia, thank you so much for your patience, everyone. Appreciate it. All right, make sure to hit lower hand so
Majestic Colosseum
you
in
can
Rome.
lower your hand.
Did you know it was built on top of something surprising? Was it a marsh, a lake, a forest, or a hill?
Okay. Thank you all so much. I'm going to go ahead and let's start our trivia. So please raise your hand. I'll take 3 answers for each question. This is our first one for today. Okay. Again, the iconic Colosseum in Rome was built on top of what? A marsh, a lake, a forest, or a hill? Again, I'll take the first 3 hands. The iconic Colosseum in Rome was built on top of what? A marsh, a lake, a forest, or a hill? I'll take the first 3 hands. Hit reactions at the bottom and then hit raise hand if you would like to answer. Okay, we got 2 hands, 1 more hand. All right, first up, Ms. Doris, thank you.
A lake.
Okay, thank you so much. And then we got Miss Lystra, thank you.
A lake.
Okay, thank you. And then we got Anne, what do you say?
Lake.
All right, all of you guys said lake, so let's see what goes on. Don't forget to lower your hands, and good luck.
Bravo.
Good job. It is a lake.
The Colosseum stands where Nero's artificial lake once was. Emperor Vespasian drained the lake to build a public arena for grand spectacles and gladiatorial games. Italians have loved food since ancient times. What was Thermopolia? Was it ancient supermarkets, ancient food delivery, ancient fast food, or dinner in thermal baths?
Yeah, so raise your hand and please share your letter answer. What is Thermopolia? Take the first 3 hands, A, B, C, or D. We got 2 hands. You got 1, need 1 more hands. Take a gander, take a guess. Use your resources. Okay, I'll take the first three hands that came up. First up, Miss Dolores, what do you say? You got to make sure you hit unmute in the middle. Miss Dolores.
B.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, we got Miss.
Oh no, fast food.
We got Miss Doris next. Thank you.
I'm gonna say D. I'm guessing.
Okay, thank you so much. All right, and then we have Ms. Brenda. What do you say?
C.
Okay, so we got a B, C, and a D. So let's go with B and see if that is correct. Just picking a random. It is not B, it is C.
Oops, it was ancient
fast
fast food. Thermopolia were Rome's fast food spots. Keep going.
Good job. All right.
Which Italian city is considered the birthplace of Italian pizza? Is it Milan, Rome, Naples, or Palermo?
Okay, everyone raise their hand, please. Just making sure we all lower our hands before each question, okay? We got one hand so far. We talked about this a little bit in our session, so we got two hands. Okay, three hands. Again, you got to be the first three hands, okay? Thank you so much. We got Brenda first, thank you. What do you say?
Naples.
Okay. We got Mr. Ronald. And then we have Miss Terry. What do you say?
I said Naples. I'm sick of Brenda.
Rome.
Okay, Rome. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Terry. Appreciate it. All right, and let's see what each one is. Again, thank you for lowering your hands and muting yourself afterwards. We got two for Naples, one for Rome. So let's go with Naples. And you are correct.
Perfetto. Pizza was born in Naples.
So Naples is the birthplace of Italian pizza.
Naples is famous for traditional pizza making using specific flour, yeast, and very hot ovens. The art of pizziuolo is even on UNESCO's heritage list.
Pizziuolo.
Here's a culinary conundrum.
More.
Which famous Italian pasta dish is made with eggs, cheese, and pork? Is it fettuccine alfredo, lasagna alla bolognese, penne alla arrabbiata, or spaghetti alla carbonara?
Raise your hands, any takers? We got one hand so far. Two hands, need one more hand. One more. Oh. Okay, thank you so much. We got Miss Dolores first. What do you say?
Letter D.
Okay, thank you so much. All right. Thank you so much. We got Miss Doris next. What do you say?
D.
All right, I got you, Miss Doris. Thank you. And then we got Miss Brenda. What do you say?
I say D.
All righty now, we got 3 for D. Let's see what goes on. And you guys are correct. Oh no, that's right.
Perfetto. It's spaghetti alla carbonara.
It's so good. I love it.
True Italian spaghetti alla carbonara is made by tossing al dente spaghetti with a sauce of beaten eggs, pecorino romano cheese, guanciale, and black pepper.
Our last question is coming up.
Where can you see The Last Supper, one of Leonardo da Vinci's most famous works? Is it Milan, Rome, Paris, or Madrid?
Last Supper, where can you see it at? Take the first 3 hands. All right. I see you all. Good job. All right, Ms. Doris, as our first hand, what do you say?
Rome.
Okay, you said Rome, right, Ms. Doris?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right, we got Miss Ann. What do you say?
Milano.
Yep. Say that again.
It says Milano, but they don't have Milano there, so I'll say Rome.
Okay, thank you so much. And then we have Miss Dolores. What do you say?
Milan.
All right. Thank you. and let's see what goes on. So we had 2 for Rome, 1 for Milan. So let's see what go. Let's hit Rome and see what it says. But again, thank you for the hands. Really appreciate it. It is Milan.
Incorrect. The Last Supper is in Milan.
Wow.
Leonardo's Last Supper is a stunning mural inside the refectory at the monastery of Santa Maria delle Grazie in Milan, Italy. Bellissimo.
So yes, that is our trivia for today. Thank you so much for participating. Really appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and get our names into our wheel. Okay, so we have quite a few names today. So again, good job. All right. Making sure we have all of our initials here. So thank you so much for your patience. And again, today was a great session. I was glued to that screen looking at Lou in Italy. It was amazing. So thank you. We got quite a bit of participants today. So thank you so much. Let's see. From the questions from before, I will add 1 extra initials for you, Brenda, and for you, Yvonne, since you both shared those answers. So I got you for each an extra slot. All right, so without further ado, let's go ahead and do this wheel. Appreciate you all coming on, and good luck to all. So we have Miss Dolores, Miss Brenda, Miss Doris, Mr. Ronald, Miss Lystra, Miss Ann, Miss Yvonne, all in the running for a prize today. So we got 2 prizes. Our first one is for, fingers crossed, Ms. Doris. Again, congratulations, Ms. Doris. Thanks so much for coming on our session today. And our second winner is Ms. Brenda. Again, congratulations, Ms. Doris and Ms. Brenda. You both won a WildTech fridge magnet from us. So congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Alex.
Thank you so much, you two, for coming on, and for everyone for coming on and participating in our trivia and our session today. Again, this was part 2 of our Italy series. Next week, we won't have a lunch club, and that's because, again, like Lou said, he will be live from Tanzania for 2 weeks. So we have a break next week. We'll have a talk show at this time, and then the week after, for 2 weeks, we'll be live from Tanzania. So I really appreciate you all coming on. And again, let's all thank Lou again. And for those watching on YouTube for coming on and being live from Italy. It was so amazing to see that architecture and that experience. And it made us feel like we were there. So thank you all so much. I'll see you all soon for Module 3. And I hope you have a wonderful day. Thank you.
Hey, Alex, I'd like to donate my prize to someone else. I already have one.
Who would you like to donate it to?
Well, whoever doesn't have one. Who doesn't have one?
Thank you so much, Brenda.
Anybody?
How about Ms. Dolores? Because you answered a few questions. So is that okay?
Okay, give it to Ms. Dolores.
Okay,
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much for coming on, Ms. Dolores. Hope to see you on again, okay? And thank you all so much. I'll see you all soon. Have a wonderful rest of your day.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Alex.
Enjoy your day.
Congratulations to the winners.
Full of Italy. Congratulations to our winners.
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Reminded me of Bedrock. I thought I was going to
Thank
see Fred
you.
Flintstone and Bonnie Rubble.
Thank you all so much. I'll see you all soon, okay?
Okay.
All right. Thank you.
In Bedrock.